What's up guys, this is Yasser. Welcome back to my channel. You're watching Yasser's Fit Frag, and today I'm going to talk about 3 different perfumes from the brand Ajmal. So I got all these 3 in the year 2021. I'm sorry that I'm publishing the video a bit late. At number 3, so I did not really get a full bottle of this one because from these 3, this was my least favorite, and I will come to that as to what are the reasons and why I did not really feel like getting a full bottle. But those who are looking for a heavy performer, this one performs the best out of all the 3 that I'm going to talk. So this one is called Moshaa. This is just a 1.5 ml VL, which I actually got it for free from Ajmal store when I visited them as complimentary, because I generally buy a lot of attars in bulk whenever there are sale going on. And I think 2021 was that one year where they had repeatedly kept 25% discount in most of the months. Talking about Moshaa, this one is mainly a sweet amber scent. Okay, so those who do not like sweet amber may not like this one, but the performance is brilliant in this one because of that sweet amber. It opens up with a very sweet amber along with hints of rose and also a bit of saffron. And then as and when it dries down, you get a bit of vanilla, and then in the base, which is after 1 hour, you get cedarwood and sandalwood. But the amber still sticks on from the start to the finish, and it projects really heavy for the first 3 hours. So you can easily expect this one to project for about 3 hours if you are indoors, and it is very, very evident. It's just that I do not like that kind of sweet amber, because if you have noticed, amber can be made in different ways. So in every fragrance, the amber can have variations. So amber do not smell the same in most of the fragrances or in all the fragrances, because amber can be created with different formulations and can have variations in the smell. There are ambers which smells woody, there are ambers that smell dry and dark as well, and you have the sweet amber as well. So there are a lot of variations in amber depending on the formulation that they create. So you see ambergris, which is also one form of amber. There is ambrox and there is ambroxide, which are all chemically derived. So if you do not like sweet amber fragrances, you may not like this one. The reason why I didn't get the full bottle is for the same reason, because the amber is a bit too sweet for my personal taste. But performance, like I said, is really good. It lasts easily 12 hours on my skin. Okay, so that's about Ajmal Mosha. It comes only as 50 ml and costs around 2 to 2,500 if I remember, but you can get it on a discount within 1,200 to 1,500. So in case you're interested, wait for the discounters to hit and then you can grab your chance. Okay, now coming in at number 2 is Ajmal Abia. So this is how the bottle looks. Very different bottle. Okay, it might look a bit feminine as well, because the bottle design is in no way masculine, to me at least, but it's a very lovely bottle, very unique. It looks like this, and this is where the cap is, and the presentation box is very huge. It comes as 75 ml, and this is how it looks. Okay, you see Ajmal mentioned here, Abia here. It's the pretty same on this side as well, and you see manufacturing details here. Packed December 2020. All right, and you see all of the details here as well. So the MRP here is 5,000, but you can get it on discounts for about 3 to 3.5 as well, provided you wait for big billion days or when there are discounts running in the store. So I'll give you all the purchase details in the video description box. You can check it out. Now this is usually marketed towards women, but in general, most of the Ajmal perfumes or attars are unisex, but in general, this is marketed towards women, and that's because the violets in this particular perfume are a bit too sweet. Okay, so violets generally have this sweet character, and any perfume that I have with violet heavy or violet dominant, I generally don't like wearing it of myself. But in general, when violets are done really nice, it is very attractive and easy to get compliments. One such example is Ministry of Food Oud Satin, which is very heavy on the violet, and it is easy to get compliments. And violets, when it is too sweet, suits mainly the winter seasons and not in the high summer. So this one also has violets, but not as sweet as Ministry of Food. So in case you love Ministry of Food Oud Satin, you're definitely going to like this one, because this is unisex and most of the men love this one, especially who like sweet fragrances and you want something that you can get compliments, then you will definitely love this one, because this is also dominant on the violet note. Now overall, this is a very rich smelling fragrance, overall blend. It opens up with a very nice citrus and cardamom, and then in the mid is when the violet starts popping out, and that's when it gets a bit too sweeter for my personal taste. Okay, like I said, if you're somebody who loves oud satin mood, you will still love this one, in spite of whether I like it or not, because in general I don't like fragrances that are violets heavy, because that's a bit too sweet for my age. And then in the base you would also get patchouli, cedarwood, guaiac wood, vetiver and musk. So that's the overall blend. A very beautiful, very rich smelling fragrance, provided you also like sweet fragrances which are sweeter on the violets. You will definitely love this one. It smells very rich, very class. Doesn't smell cheap at all. The MRP is 5,000 like I said, but you can get it for discount around 3,500. The performance is also great. Projects about 2 hours, very decent projection, not like too hard hitting, or does not project as much as this one, because this is very heavy sweet violets. This is slightly lesser sweeter, so it will not project like this one, but it is very smooth and rich smelling overall blend. I'm not even comparing the overall blend with this one. This is totally different. It is only the violet note that I compared. Okay, so do not mistake what I just mentioned. Projects for about 2 hours and lasts easily about 9 to 10 hours on clothes. Definitely give it a try if you're okay with the violet sweetness. Now at number 1, now this is my favorite from these 3, okay, and that is Ajmal Hayba. This is how the bottle looks. The bottle design is also a bit unique. Very nice golden cap with these designs, and the bottle shape is this way. It has all these diamond sort of cuts here, and it says Ajmal. Base has this sticker, and coming to the box, this is how the box looks. You see Ajmal Hayba mentioned here as well. The Ajmal logo here. The base has the manufacturing details, and the batch is 2021 July. Okay, so batch code doesn't really matter, but I'm still addressing it for those who care about it. Now, any fragrance that you buy, do not judge them as soon as you open them. Now this, I have mentioned it previously as well in a few of my videos, and I follow this for every damn fragrance that I get. So coming to the scent character, this one is my favorite of all the 3 that I mentioned. The MRP is 3,300, but you can still get it for discount for about 2,200 or 2.5 within that. And this comes as 80 ml in case I missed to mention this, okay? Comes only as 80 ml option. Now coming to the scent character, it opens up with a beautiful, nice, creamy saffron along with nutmeg spices. Then comes the hints of rose, and the rose is not very prominent. It does not make it a rosy fragrance at all. Does not make it a feminine fragrance as well. It is totally unisex. If it was feminine, I would have definitely mentioned just like the way I mentioned here, because the violets is sweeter, makes it a bit feminine if you do not like sweet fragrances, but this is not sweet. Okay, but it is not dark as well to make it super masculine. It is completely right in middle and makes it completely unisex. Okay, now in the mid you will get cypriol and amber. That cypriol gives feel of wood. There is no skankiness, animalic vibe, nothing at all. Cypriol and amber, and as and when it dries down, which is after 1 hour, you get a beautiful cedarwood, guaiac wood, sandalwood, patchouli and musk. Overall, it is a fantastic blend, guys. There is no one single note that gets too prominent, other than the opening where the saffron is a bit creamy and it is very prominent. But once the mid starts kicking in, all the blends mix up so well, it smells fantastic. Trust me, I absolutely love the dry down, which is after 15 to 20 minutes. It smells fantastic, provided you like Middle Eastern sort of blends. This does not smell anything like a Western fragrance. It is completely on the Middle Eastern style, but it is so perfectly blended that it is not heavy on any particular note. Okay, it is very smooth right from the start till the end. Beautiful performance as well. 3 hours of projection, 8 hours of lasting. It actually lasted 12 hours. After 8 hours, it is only the base note that feels. So do not compare the opening notes until the 12th hour. So if you're very particular about all the notes being able to last till the end, that generally does not happen in most of the perfumes. So after 8 hours, you only get the base note that I mentioned, but it still lasts for about 12 hours on my clothes. And that's a great lasting. Okay, that is Ajmal Hayba, my favorite from these 3 which I mentioned. Definitely give it a try if you have similar taste or based on the notes that I mentioned. So that's about it. Let me know in case you have tried any of these. Comment down in the comment section. See you next time soon. Keep sharing the videos. Cheers.